hey, I wrote a graphic novel. I would like to share what I've learned from writing the graphic novel, and this is going to help no matter where you are. If you're a writer, you're a creator, if you are anybody interested in arts, this video is for you, not just people who are interested in graphic novels. But if you are interested in graphic novels, I wrote this graphic novel, Something in the Water. It's about two teens, Daniel and Jeremy, who uncover a conspiracy in their town and have to race against the clock to stop it. It is a thriller, it is satire, it is a little bit of horror. If that interests you and you like a little bit of violence, there's blood, go ahead and read it. And if you're under the age of 16, ask your parents. All right. And also, and shouldn't you be paying attention in school right now? So I have 5 sections of things that I've learned. I might add some more as I go. I kind of just bullet pointed this. I'm just going to ramble on, and hopefully it's entertaining. So I wrote a graphic novel, and I think the first thing I learned is that inspiration can come from anywhere. And you have to really be open to inspiration being had and explore and go down rabbit holes sometimes. So the reason why I was inspired to write this is because I saw a documentary making fun of Alex Jones when he said the frogs are they're putting things in the water and turning the frogs gay, or whatever he said. Insert clip. And I just wanted to watch it to make fun of the guy, but the documentary kind of goes on and talks about how companies are actually pouring things into water and not turning the frogs gay and not as sensualized as Alex Jones would put it, but the water is actually chemically altering the frogs and turning them into hermaphrodites. And I found that very interesting, how people got through the lines and the processes to let that happen, to dump toxic waste into a habitat. I kind of wanted to explore that idea is what if somebody who is doing it for profits, obviously, or maybe there's a sinister twist that happens later. The initial idea was exploring that. How does this happen and who could stop it? Can anybody stop it? So that was my inspiration. I just went down some rabbit holes and I found some things that was very interesting. Like sometimes scientists are paid off. They don't care. They're paid to not ask questions. They're paid to fudge the data that benefits the company that they're testing. So that was like the inspiration. So inspiration can come from anywhere. If you have a seed of an idea, chase it, because you never know. It could be your favorite thing that you've ever worked on. Now, when it comes into writing the thing, I learned a lot. And that is the biggest thing I learned is writing is rewriting. Get all your bad ideas, get all your ideas out. Write your first draft and then come back and look at it again. And you'll find a lot of holes in it. And you'll find a lot of things that you don't like. You do like, and then take the things you don't like and rewrite them. Send them to a friend. You are your worst critic, but other people are better critics than you are sometimes. They'll find the little holes in your stories, help you plug them in to make a cohesive story. I had an editor that I found on Upwork. He was fantastic. He helped me tie a few things together. He was very helpful, and I have a friend, a very trusted friend that I trust with my life and with my stories to read them, give me her honest feedback, and honestly, she is like a godsend. So find your Brittany if you can. Don't judge yourself on the first draft, just write it. It's okay if you're not 100% original, just get out on the page. Writing is boring, it is annoying. You have to really work at it to make something. It's not going to just flow out of you all the time. You got to put the energy and effort in, and you have to have systems in place that help you get there. With anything that you do, you're going to have to work and dedicate your time to it. Inspiration will only get you so far. Real work gets you the rest of the way there. I would have stopped at the first draft if inspiration was the only thing that kept me going. Thankfully, I built up discipline on working on other things to see the thing through, and also I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. So having that there to make it complete helped a lot. So there's a lot of other things I learned about writing, but in case you're not interested in writing, I'll keep that short. Those are the biggest, broadest things that I could think of. Now let's get on to collaboration, because this book could not have happened without my artists, and a lot of things cannot happen without the collaboration of other people. I think the biggest thing is, number one, is trust. Have trust that you hired them to do the thing. and they're going to put their own spin on the vision slightly, and that's okay. Sometimes you'll have to ring them back in and say, whoa, I really don't want it that way. I want it my certain way. But other times they will do things and you'll be like, I never thought of that. That is awesome. Print it. So trust your collaborator, and really trust your collaborator that they're there for you. They also want to make a good product. You might have to go through a lot of people to find a good artist or a good collaborator. Some people are going to suck. I recently worked with somebody who was really bad at collaboration, and I guess I could wrap it up into communication. Have good communication with the people that you work with. The person that I hired them for one style and they did something completely different and didn't communicate at all that they were changing it. And it really rubbed me the wrong way, and that is not somebody who I want to work with. If they're not sending you updates or communicating what they're feeling with you while working with it, maybe it's time to find a new collaborator. Make sure you set that expectation up front, by the way, like, hey, communication is important to me. This is not going to work if we don't have strong communication skills. If things go wrong, if you're not feeling something, if you have any ideas, this is a collaboration. Tell me. Tell me. Good luck. Good luck with collaborating. It's pretty hard. If you're just interested in the process, I think respecting the process is another category. Just respect the progress. Go incrementally, go small. Like for this, I wrote it, I made the script, and then I sketched out some things, and then I sent it to the artist. He sketched out some things in his own vision, and then we printed it. Or I say print, but I mean draw. We locked it down so he could draw it, and just enjoy the process. Sometimes it might take longer than you anticipated, and that's okay. Sometimes it might not come out exactly how you wanted. You can either work with them or find somebody else, but the process is a lot of fun, and you'll have a lot of fun, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun during the process, and it's almost as good as the final product. That's a lie. The final product is always better. I love the final product. It's cool. I can hold it in my hands. It's sick. But respect the journey as well. Now, this is something I wish I knew. Now, this is something I wish I thought about before. I just finished it and then self-launched it. I submitted it to some publishers. Nobody really bit, and that's okay. It was a little bit too short for some people, and somebody said the premise was somebody poisoned a town before, and that didn't make any sense to me because, you know, there's millions of vampire and zombie stories, but whatever. I guess that believe in your product is a good one. If you believe in it, continue with it, even if like publishers don't like it, okay? Or if the gatekeepers don't like it. You can self-publish, and that is fine. I self-published. The biggest thing I wish I did earlier was marketing. I wish I thought about how to market this better before I started, because now I'm just running ads and I don't have an audience. There's so many things you could do to build an audience. You can do free little stories, tweets, blah, blah, blah. This is not a social media marketing course, but there's a lot of things that I could have done that I didn't do that I wish I did. And that is build an audience. I wish I had an audience that I could sell this book to. But right now I'm just running ads. People are liking it though. Thankfully I'm getting it in front of the right people. Ads so far have made me all of the very little amount of money that I have made off of this book, but it's gotten into the hands of some people who hopefully will become future fans in the long run. Specifically in terms of ads, target people who you think would be interested in your book. Like, I think Stephen King fans would be interested in this book. Similar vibes in some places. Probably not as good as Stephen King, but you get the gist. Don't be afraid to call like comic book shops and local shops to see if they'll put your book on consignment. Overall, it was a fantastic and long process that I highly recommend. If you are thinking about making a project, go and do the thing. Okay? Go and do it, because having the final product in your hand feels amazing and it feels like you've accomplished something. Yeah, so my name is Elijah Joseph. I wrote this graphic novel. You can buy it on Amazon. It's available on Kindle and physical print if you would like. Go ahead and chat up that subscribe button if you want some writing tips or creative tips, or if you just want to hang out sometimes. I like to hang out. I like to catch a vibe. I like to drink a beer. All right, sorry.